Mzansi, ube mnandi, zonke izinto zibe manzi. Homie, don't worry, hold up. No mgozi goes up in our skin in it. Dishing out the truth, so start tuning in. Can't tolagale. Come, yes, social issues, this so easily. Giving you the latest news so instantly. Gender we tighter, keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider.
Isomiso sifikile, izinkomo ziphelile, sulokhu wahamba lingqene ukuphumela nemvule mathisa umhlaba, izihlahla zisatheli, sulokhu wahamba amadlela yabuna thela mvula ungenqa akusafani nakudala solokhu wahamba angiphili mawungekho angiphili mawungekho Katel iyenqenu kugeles amatafa asomile sulokhu wahamba izinhlanzi zasolwa zezishelwe ngamanzi izilwane ziphangalele sulokhu uyasithandwa sihlalisa ne-obama juba sekuthule konke nya solokhu wahamba angiphili mawungekho angiphili mawungekho isomiso sifikile izinkomo ziphelile sulokhu wahamba.
Wow.
Yes.
Savelo, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Jeez, man, what a
Welcome
beautiful
to Mzansi Insider.
Thank you. It's good to be
Amazing
here.
performance.
Thank you so
Jeez,
much.
what a beautiful way to start the show.
Thank you.
Your voice is smooth.
Thank you. Smooth.
Smooth. Jeez,
You're hired.
Thank you. I was like, I hope you can hear me, doing a
More
young
employment.
backup.
There you go.
Yeah. Job creation.
Yeah, let's talk about the music. Your sound is very different. What would you classify yourself?
It's very difficult.
Or how, rather, yeah.
Yeah, I find it very difficult to answer that question. But I can say that my music has influences of different styles, and those styles include a bit of classical music, Afro soul, a bit of jazz as well, and a bit of pop here and there.
Yeah.
So I think then you can give it any name that you want, but I go with the name Afro Soul.
How did you to hear yourself on radio? Where were you?
Okay, I was actually on the radio.
Oh, okay, cool. Were you sitting inside the studio hearing it?
Yes, I was sitting inside the studio. It was my first interview. This was, I think, back in 2011.
Wow.
And I had earphones on, and you know when you have earphones on and everything, it just sounds so...
It's like, it's fat and nice.
Yeah, it sounds so majestic. And I was like, okay. You know,
this guy sounds nice.
I was like, who's this guy?
Nice.
So, yeah.
Now, in the space where the music industry is dominated by trap, house, and all these other genres, how do you find your space with your acoustic sound?
I feel like everyone has a compartment in terms of their music love, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that there are people who just like a certain style, because you'll be shocked to know that most of the people who like my music are big hip-hop fans, for example. Some of them are big Kwaito fans. So I think it's about the music itself and how it communicates to a specific part of your soul, in a sense.
Yeah.
And if that song communicates to you, then it works. So it's difficult to say I've got a specific type of target market, because I think it's all about connecting with the audience.
With the audience.
Yeah.
And music has a beautiful way of doing that. Sabula, thank you so much,
Thank you so much
for
for having
opening up the show for us. That was absolutely a beautiful way to start the show.
Absolutely. Well, it's officially begun, so let's get straight into it, yeah?
Yes, and I'm sure about what our lineup looks like, so check it out.
Namhlanje Mzansi Insider.
Situations also about how to
Tota, see where I grew up, I was never an attractive girl because I was dark.
So, Rory, if you had to learn another language, because we all know that you're the pioneer of if you had to choose another language to learn, which one would it be?
It's a bit of a difficult one. I'll probably go between French and Zulu, but I really want to learn how to speak.
The dynamic.
This is Zulu. Yeah, I know they're extreme, but like French, because it sounds so nice, like bonjour, and like it's so...
Bonjour.
Oui, oui, merci beaucoup.
Afrikaans. That sounds like Afrikaans.
And then Zulu's like sawubona, togazi. You know what I mean? Like it's got that thing about it. So yeah, those two.
I get you. Well, listen up. There's a new language policy that's going to be introduced in the country where young people are going to be taught in their own languages.
Real
This is
cool.
After a study was done where the relation between poor marks and being taught in a language that is not originally yours proved that gunobunzima.
And I'm really happy about this new policy. How about to share our perspective segment? All you have to do, go to contact Mzansi Insider at bongwe.tv. Mzansi Insider perspective. Check it out.
Lord bless our nation. Stop wars and suffering.
Save it. Save our nation, the nation of South Africa, South Africa.
Listen to our prayers. Lord bless us. We are truly family of it, Africa.
Listen also to our prayers. Lord bless us. We are the family of it, in brackets, Africa.
What language do you speak?
Mostly Zulu and English.
So can you translate that into Zulu?
Okay.
Translate to Zulu. Okay. Mamela imthandazo yethu. Inkosi sibusise. Thina singumndeni weAfrica.
They're calling upon the Lord ukuthi uNkulunkulu makabusise umhlaba wethu aphinde futhi aqede nokuhlupheka okungapha eNingizimu Afrika.
Read the third one here.
The third one?
Yeah.
Morana boloka setjhaba sa geso fedise dintho le matshwenyego. O se boloke o boloka. I feel like such a blind.
Okay, the third one.
Oh no.
Read.
This is the national anthem. Thina sapulayo.
I'd like to, it sounds familiar.
National anthem.
Now, did you know that it was the national anthem from reading it in English?
No, not even. It was unfamiliar, actually.
So which one do you understand more? Initially, in your initial response, the English one or the vernacular one?
I feel like because I've known this for so long, it makes more sense, but then it made sense after I read it in English as well, so I really don't know, because I couldn't even translate it, so.
The vernacular one makes more sense.
I prefer Sepedi. gobane ke polelo e le gore ke gotse ke ntse ke ikwešiša go phala dipolelo tše ka moka tše e le gore be ke ntse ke di bolela.
The English parts, yeah.
It's more appealing.
Yeah. Because I can understand it better.
So you don't understand Zulu as much as you...
Yeah, I didn't do it at school, so...
I prefer the vernacular version because it sort of has a deeper meaning. You know, I mean, if you say "save our nation," we hear it all the time. But if you say it in your own language, it's sort of more, you know, pronounced, and it's better that way.
I must say English because as much as Zulu is my home language, I've grown up in the Model C school, so English is the language of choice.
The one that appeals to me more is the Sotho version, basically because I speak Zulu so much, so I get this, it has much more depth.
For me, it was, okay, embarrassingly so, it must have been the English, because, I don't know, I understand English better.
Most of the time, I'm exposed to speaking English because I spend a lot of time at school and we communicate a lot in English since I've got multiracial friends. So it's very seldom that I get to speak. It's not seldom, but like I don't speak it as often as I'd like to. So this would obviously appeal to me more.
Don't ever give up on your dreams and your passions.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
We're back on Mzansi Insider. Ke yona he we ratang haholo fela jalo ho feta dikanale tsena tse kaofela. SABC1 Mzansi for sure.
Yes, that's right. I mean, time flies when you're having fun. It is time for us to sing straight into the office.
Let's be me mona ke mo find the TP how to maneuver the business in kapo kgwebong to empower yourself towards getting mosebetsi wa nne ehlileng o batla ene ka jeno he re le shebana le tsona tseo.
Yes, let's go straight into it.
My name is Hamini. I'm from Free State and I came to Joburg looking for a job. I've applied over everything over the internet. So I was inspired by other engineers that maybe coming to the robots can help me. I'm here and I came to come today in the robots. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. Other people just pass you, others will take pictures and others will give you money. Like today I got 10 rand. So I'm here by the robots, still marketing. I took this robots thing as another form of marketing, so I just decided to come here. This is my board. And then with this money that I got today, I'm gonna be able to buy myself lunch.
Yo ke Nelisiwe at an intersection. Now for 4 years, a hopeful Nelisiwe Natswa who sang a duksetsa ho ya sekolong a lo bala ho thola mosebetsi wa ditoro tsa hae. Mme o ntse a hopeful Nelisiwe o ntse ho sang mara jalo ko ho ema di street intersections a kopana le mosebetsi ha tsamaya le monka jeno o tsamaya le Rose le Manese. Dumelang Kleng. Le guy. Thank you so much for joining us.
You guys are looking great, by the way. So make me understand, how did we get to this point? Fika kanjani ukuthi manje we're actually asking for umsebenzi at the street corner by the robots?
There was this other guy. He's also from Central University of Technology. He did his board and he was at an intersection and he got a call from Vodacom.
Yes.
And then I suggested to my friends that, hey, Batung, how about we also go there? Maybe we'll get something because Rose Noneli, they got diploma in electrical engineering and I have BTech. So I need a job. They also need a job, but they can do maybe with bursaries to can further their studies for BTech.
Kato hore le me di akere la bua hore le bone ba bang ba thola mosebetsi. Mara tshepa lona ke eng?
Like we did everything. We applying online. We go to door, but still we don't even get a response. Say maybe hore
ha wa thola mosebetsi ka
we regret your application.
We regret your application. Yeah. And for you, Honore?
I don't think I've lost hope yet. This is another way of finding a job for me. I use the internet, I use Depo, so I use everything. And then this is another way, I'm just hopeful somehow, somewhere, someone will come up.
What do you need to overcome to be able to go to the street corner and actually look for a job?
Some situations also about how to. If you want something, you go out and get it. So you overcome all your fears or MMO. All you have to do is to overcome the inner you. It's or MMO because you are the one who wants a job.
Yeah.
So if udula otaba or then you're not going to be great.
True. People. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's the process? How to say?
Like normally I would wake up 5 o'clock. Get ready, and then I walk 15 minutes to get a taxi. Then I would take a taxi to Joburg, and then traffic in catch at late. But but ha re fihla bo dirobotong by 8 o'clock. And then we'll do our thing and then we'll take a break. Maybe there's somebody you passing and you'd be giving us 50 rands. Like, ish, in fact, at least we have lunch, we covered. And then we'll do our thing. It's nice. We even dance, I even sing. It's nice. And then people will be taking me pictures, you know. And I'm like, ish, at least they're giving me hope that, like something good will come up. And others would be saying, all the best, God bless you, you understand.
Well, you know what? You guys are taking more steps and we're going to take you a step further by speaking to Ntate Mashabane from Higher Education. Ntate Unkatwa, I'm going to go sit at the back of the bar, you know what I'm saying? Let's do this.
Ntate Mashabane ena o tswa a le Higher Education. Re leboha ha o tlile ka jeno tate. As department, le reng ka this ke batla bitsa trend e etsahalang.
Rona as a department, we are extremely concerned ka level of graduate unemployment.
Yeah.
But we also realize our own limitations, Lerona, because the economy is what produces jobs. It's not education institutions, it's not government. It's the economy that's the problem. It's not producing enough jobs to absorb all of our graduates.
Yeah.
But the other part to it is that when you have a qualification, it doesn't necessarily mean you are now ready for Musebeti. So what we do as a department is to try and then help graduates to go into workplace to learn further through the program, such as the learnerships, the internships and all of that. That's as far as we can go. Short of giving you a job, we don't have jobs as a department.
Ke di program tse feng tse teng ke tseba ka bo SETA. There are two such programs. Do the learners know about these programs?
Yes, every year our minister makes a statement in January, especially when we have just produced your grade 12 results. It tells the nation, in our universities, how many spaces do we have to admit students. Also, in the other entities, department like the CETAs, how many learnerships do we have? How many internships do we have? So we make those statements. But clearly the connection is what is problematic. So we are developing a portal in the website their department. It's called iWill. It tries to link the employers stating the opportunity, as well as the young graduates who need opportunity. So you click in there, you log in your details and say, I'm a graduate from this institution, I'm looking for an opportunity. That database we manage, we give it to the CETAs because annually they budget an amount of money to place graduates and that.
Students from more highly esteemed institutions, their varsities, the more white, established varsities, have more of an opportunity to further themselves, as opposed to students from black universities that are further out in more rural areas. Can you tell me a bit more about that?
We are trying to address all of that as a system to make sure that the quality of graduates that we produce is the same across. If you did a BCom in Limpopo, whether you did it in UCT, it should be the same. That's the final thing that we are trying to do. So it's one of those challenges that we are facing, but also it's also polarized a bit between black and white. Somehow white graduates do not experience a rate of unemployment as the black.
Compared to blacks.
But we must also remember that in terms of numbers, we have more black graduates in the country than it's also around the population dynamics of our country.
So
yes, because I'm black, I don't have a job. It's not, there are other organizations that, for example, make a database that is in graduates. The Gauteng City Region Academy, for example, it gets a database of graduates. And sometimes they get opportunities from government to take some of them. So it's also important for Banaba by Kense, the CV in those places. But also that there are other NGOs like your South African Graduate Association, Libona. They started from a perspective like yours, we are unemployed. Let's put ourselves into a group and let's try and and reach out to the other graduates.
I want you to be a gear, a driving force in helping them further themselves. So can you commit to assisting in any way possible?
Yes, I can commit to assisting them. They can send me their CVs and I'll try and see if the next opportunity.
Fantastic.
That is beautiful.
That sounds great.
That is beautiful.
All of those
ladies,
opportunities.
It's a bit
Encourage.
Yeah.
It's encouraging what they say.
Yeah.
So no more boards at this
No more
time.
boards. No more boards. No more boards. Re lebile ha le tlile le tlo re jwetsa and your courage. Ya gore le eme ditrateng le kopa mosebetsing and re tshepa gore ntate Mashabane tla le thusa ho tswa pele from here and le wena ho le hae like that buile there's many platforms na le di NGO ho na le di organizations how do tsimane ska etsa WhatsApp rather get into the internet o batle all these different organizations plaka mo khonong plaka teng A1 e tla khutla na
Absolutely.
yeah.
Next, we get into an agenda about gender and sexuality. Let's switch this up.
Because I'll be taking a step in like removing some parts of my body that do not align with who I am.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
Siphinde sinamukele khona la Mzansi Insider. Now, you know that feeling when you have to tell the truth, but you're so scared that you're shaking, right? Now imagine saying, Mom, I want to change and become a girl. Take a look at this.
I'm Lesiba Mutibe. I grew up in Davidson. I'm 32 years of age and I'm a transgender woman. When I was about 4 to 5 years, I think I was in creche, I knew I was different. My story now is it's all about transformation, being the person I feel I deserve to be, embracing who I am and working to be the best woman that I can be.
Wow, what a story. Lesiba Udutelena Gajeno here in studio. I'm so interested to hear more. Welcome, Miss Lee.
Hi, dear.
How you doing?
Good, thanks.
Good, looking like on fleek.
Well, that's me every day of my life. I just enjoy being me and beautiful.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us in studio. It's an absolute pleasure having you here. When we were talking, you mentioned that you know there was a bit of a discomfort how as compared, and then you found a comfort. Tell me, what was that about?
In the township, we play all kaofela.
Yeah.
But you'll find that thing you are more attracted to or you more familiar with or maybe you more comfortable with.
Yeah.
So I was comfortable being a me, and I enjoyed being a mother from that time. So that showed, okay, fine, Lesiba, you are a boy, but why why do you always have to be that woman?
Yeah.
When other kids are playing, aurati bolo, aurati
the alley,
like that didn't even feature in my childhood because I did not like that at all. So my grandmother, I think, saw that and she gave me that respect. Okay, this is who you are, and work on appreciating umang. People will call you stabane, but like that should not define who you are.
This is a conversation you had with your grandmother.
Look, my grandmother protected me. She didn't want anyone who infused any negative thoughts, but she imposed positivity in my life. So that helped me because I grew up knowing who I am and understanding when I'm out there, I need to express myself fully. So I discovered that I am transgender after I actually accepted that I'm gay. Because after that, that's when I understood the LGBTI community. No, there's gay, there's lesbian, there's transgender, there's intersex, and I fall in the T. So that's a transgender. Cool. So me educating myself and having that impact, I need to know more about the community that helped me.
Oh, okay. What type of like what type of a person was she? You know, by the way, be comfortable with yourself. But what type of woman was she?
She was a jolly person. She was out there. Like a lot of people enjoyed coming over because she would brew kombucha and whatever. So she was that feel-good woman that
Yeah.
you'd go to and have a good chat and
Yeah.
talk to. So I think she was an easy person to talk to. So it made it easier
Yeah.
for us as grandchildren to actually get that good feedback from her
Yeah.
and actually grow from it. So
Yeah.
she was that bubbly woman. I could
Yeah.
say she was, if she had a tavern, she would be that shopping queen where
Oh,
everybody
okay.
would go to and just,
Yeah.
after a stressful day,
Yeah.
they would get that relaxation from.
Well, how difficult was it for you to come to terms with what was going on?
At school, I think what gave me comfort at school was I needed to excel. I needed to be that #1 student. I needed to be that brilliant student because I had to find comfort in reading or in studying and being that excellent student. So for now, that's how I found a way to make things better for me.
Yeah.
From not being in a comfortable or maybe in a place where supports you are a transgender kid at school, so we're gonna treat you differently. I was never treated differently, but I told myself I needed to excel in order for this thing pointing me as a stubborn kid.
Yeah.
I had to be pointed out as an excellent student.
Oh wow, I love that. I love that. So obviously hotata for bana to obviously come out, and you do some work more to sang the younger generation in that process. Let's talk in
2012 I started an organization, Davidson. It's called Uting on the Rainbow. So what happened was we had a social worker from the Ekurhuleni department, CDC Bang, who helped me to initiate this program, and we got other LGBTIs, other gays and lesbians. Then we co-founded the program together. The program was not to encourage people to be gay.
Yeah.
People need to understand that. We created a platform so people, kids who have difficulty understanding their sexuality can come in and discuss. That's like an open thing where everybody has their opinion or maybe has want to research or want to ask questions. Then we'll be able to help them out. We did study groups, and we wanted more parents to be involved because I think when you're coming out, parents need to be part of you coming out, and parents need to be part of you understanding who you are in that journey. Because if parents are not there, you will get misled, #1. You will get wrong information. You would actually do things that would jeopardize your relationship between you as a child and a parent. So it needs to be a teamwork.
You're about to go for undergo surgery for reassigning, right? What are you anticipating?
My journey, it has started already. I've been through therapy for a year already. So now from here on, I'm getting ready to do the first part of the surgery, which I feel, because I have not got a date yet, I'm not really sure how to feel about it. But I'm excited, at the very same time, a bit scared. Because I'll be taking a step in removing some parts of my body that do not align with who I am right now, or who I prefer being right now. Yes.
Yeah, all right. To share your story. I know it's not an easy thing to do, but we wish you all the best with your surgery, and we hope you come back.
Well, I will show you, and I'll also keep people updated about how things are, if the surgery is going good for me or bad or whatever, but I'll just educate people so people will know.
Facebook, how do we stalk you?
On Facebook, it's Lee Siba, and then Instagram, it's Lee_Siba5. Then Twitter is @LeeSibaMutibe.
And I'm happy for joining us in studio.
Masbuyas ringa colorism. It's yellow bones versus melanin honey. You don't want to miss it, Sebut.
Look, see where I grew up. I was never an attractive girl because I was dark.
I remember, especially with my eyes, they'd call me, I don't remember the ad, zoom, zoom, zoom. Remember that one? Exactly. So they think I was zooming to things.
Still believe, I still believe.
You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
Welcome back to Mzansi Insider. Just complexion when it comes to the dating game. Now, there's been a feud that's been going on since our grandfathers' fathers between light-skinned people and the darker-skinned people. I personally don't get it. So we went out to the streets to see which complexion people will generally pick. Let's check it out. I'm going to show you two guys. You tell me which one you prefer. Here's the first guy. Which one do you prefer?
Yeah, the second one.
So the light-skinned guy.
Yeah.
Which one do you pick, first or second guy?
The first.
She picked the dark guy. Why?
Okay, the first guy has more predominant features, like his nose and his cheekbones sort of stand out. And this guy, well, he's got the bod, not really the face for me.
So you prefer the light and complexion guy?
Yeah. Okay, I won't lie to you. It's about, I think about the future, you know. I need to think about my kid. And so with the light-skinned one, you know, my kids are gonna look hotter than with the dark skin.
The personality of the lighter guy is more bad than the one who's dark, because light guys think they've got it all.
So, I'm gonna show you two ladies. Don't peep. You eager? And you tell me which one you prefer. First girl, what do you think of her?
I think she's pretty. She's pretty, yeah.
Here's the second girl.
Okay, she's beautiful as well. Okay, I used two different words, but they are beautiful. She's beautiful, yes.
First lady, what do you think of her?
She's alright. She's fresh.
She's alright?
Okay.
Second lady, what do you think of her?
She's nice too. I can't say much.
Now, who would you choose?
I would choose the second one.
The dark-skinned girl.
The first one is better, because I think that's the question coming after this.
Yeah, so you prefer the first one?
Yeah.
The light-skinned lady. Why? So we're not at the batho ba basweu.
Ka rata dipatso go feta dilo tse ka mogana ga tsona.
O batla di yellow phone.
A yellow phone le ke mpara le go feta. Ke nyaka monyama le khofisana le nna ka tlatla ntho ba re ka semmaki a kere.
Okay, cool. So, I don't know, most of my family members are dark-skinned. So really, if there's any beauties that I know, must be the dark-skinned girls. So yeah, that's my preference. I prefer dark-skinned girls more than anything.
I don't go for complexion per se, but I'd be lying if I said, you know, dark-skinned girls tend to be prettier than light-skinned girls, because that's not exactly true. I mean, just look at celebrities in Hollywood, you know, the prettier ones, or the first names that come to mind are Beyonce, Rihanna. They're not exactly dark-skinned, they're light-skinned. Granted, you've got your Gabrielle Union, but the light-skinned ladies just, they got the juice, man.
To help us unravel this topic, we have Kiabetswe Kutswane, who has created her own theory of colorism. I'm so intrigued by this. Thank you so much for joining us on Mzansi Insider.
Kia, unali theory how? Please explain to us, what is colorism in general?
Okay, very simple. Colorism is a system that privileges and grants opportunities to people who are light-skinned over those that are dark-skinned.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right, does it ever work the other way, quickly?
No. Well, it may, but generally, when people talk about colorism, they talk about like a skin color stratification, kind of like a hierarchy, which places light skin on top and dark skin at the bottom.
I understand.
So, yeah.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now, tell me about your theory. Tell me about your findings.
Okay, so can I just talk about how I got to this?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have a son, and he's mixed race, right? And I was walking in a mall one day, and this lady said, "Yo, and I thought, what? So I got a lot of these comments from people, and it really, you know, didn't sit well with me. And I thought, listen, let me do my research. And I was interested in skin lightening and the cosmetic surgery. Cosmetic surgeries, especially that it's becoming a thing in Africa. But I thought, no, there's a deeper rooted psyche problem. And that's when I did research and I came to colorism.
How does this affect the dating game?
Women in general prefer like darker men. That's what I found in my research. They prefer darker men, the blacker, the fruits, the sweeter the berries, kind of thing, chocolate men and whatever.
And it's the opposite with men's preferences for women, right?
Exactly.
Yes.
But I don't know whether this is an intellectual thing or not, but there are men, right, that are a bit, I don't want to, well, I'm a little bit more educated that read your Fanons and Steve Biko's that end up appreciating Black women and those that keep to their natural aesthets and those that wear their nappy hair with pride and, you know, don't bleach their skin and whatever. But in the hood, go guys, see where I grew up, I was never an attractive girl because I was dark.
As a darker guy, we are known to be more attractive to women. That is the truth. However, the looks, the light-skinned guys are more appealing visually. However, when you look at a darker guy, you see a further depth than just their looks.
True, definitely.
And,
True. So the lighter guys, we are well. Girls generally date them for the time being. But a darker guy, long term.
Yeah.
Marriage, kids.
For real.
But the light ones are like, for now.
Wow, like guys, Kat is putting himself on blast.
And this is a fact, though.
That is, because I know like lighter guys are usually seen as soft.
Yeah.
Like Drakey. Yeah, like the Drakes.
Emotional.
They're very Drakey, emotional, like you know, like a song where they lick the lips, that LL Cool J thing, whereas, you know, the darker guys rather are indot.
More DMX type. What you really want from me?
You're scaring me. You're scaring me.
How does this affect you in the workspace? Because, I mean, it also just doesn't play to relationships outside. It affects your workspace as well, right?
Yeah. So I had a chapter in my research, and I actually looked at the socio-economic and social capital outcomes that colorism has on black women. So I actually went to the workplace and I interviewed people. The findings were amazing. So you find women complaining that those that have proper positions in work are generally light-skinned. Funny enough, they might not have the qualifications to have that position, but the way they look helps them get to that point.
And this is a fact.
So, but I should say that this research was just, it wasn't really fact-based, do you understand?
This
it
is
was people's opinions
from
people, right? Their own opinions of how it plays out in the workspace. But the fact that everybody, well, most of the people thought that this is the case was really
It's already showing you that they see
exactly.
Thank you so much for joining us again, and hopefully we've shed some light, pun intended, on the stereotype.
It is time for us to take a quick ad break. Masbuya, we hang out with possibly the most beautiful woman in the world, Mrs. World, no Miss South Africa. And then we take a quick ad break, Saboy.
Keep the channel locked on Mzansi Insider. You know what it is, Mzansi Insider.
I'm going to do this just to irritate him. Manje sengazi ukuthi why katla ayithanda le khoda. Re khutlile ka se re buile he. We promised you the lovely Mrs. World Candace Abrams yena hatsamele mo ka jeno in studio. Utsamale the reigning queen Ntando Yenkosi Kunene, who is Miss SA 2016. Ladies, welcome to Mzansi Insider.
Come on with it, come on with it. Show us what you got.
Show me what you got, show me what you got. Show me what, come on.
You can take a seat right there. Come on, before you sit down,
you gotta work on the seat.
You gotta work on the seat. Come on. Here we go. Hey.
So you clap for us while we do it. How are you? Good. Bluetooth high five. There you go.
Looking great, ladies.
Wow.
Thank you so much for coming through to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Now let's speak about your dance moves that you just showed us. Real quick, you've just arrived, so I'm still going to be really, really nice because you guys look great and it's really early. How often do you dance?
Not often.
Not often?
Yeah, I've got 2 left feet, so I really try to avoid that.
But I mean, we had the move going on.
It's a tour.
Yes.
So to ask you to dance is a bit extreme, right?
It is,
Candace?
definitely.
Yeah, I'll stick that to home.
Let's get serious now. Do you ever leave the house without any makeup on?
I tried once.
You know, yeah. You know what's the challenge with leaving home without your makeup done is you're thinking you're just going to the garage to go grab something.
Yeah.
And then you bump into someone that says, please, can I take a picture with you?
I agree.
And you just always want to have a good picture.
So even if we're doing like the whole pajama thing, we're going to put some makeup on?
Just a bit of base and mascara.
Do you wear your sash everywhere? So, like, maybe hopping into bed, you're just like, sash and pajamas. Sash and pajamas.
When I started, at first, I did sleep with my sash on. The night I was
Just to
crying.
make sure.
Just to make sure, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I gotta
she
make sure it's mine.
in that.
Just to make sure. What if you wake up in the morning and you can't find it? It was a dream.
Exactly.
I need to ask this one, ladies. It's very, very important. Again, I'm always about the important question, right? In terms of, you guys said, obviously, you always look good to take pictures. Do you not allow people to post pictures where you didn't look your best?
You know what? You can't control that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're okay with that?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I really am. It's just once I was walking somewhere and I had curlers on because I was on my way to like a photo shoot. And so this one girl, she's like, oh, please can I get a pic? And we took the selfie, fine. She posted it on social media saying I had dinner with Candace Abrams. So
dinner and grills.
Yeah, exactly.
That does okay, cool.
So
no,
that's how
don't
you
be like
rocked
that,
up
though.
to dinner.
Don't be like that though.
Exactly.
Don't be like that.
So,
You know what? You can't control certain pictures that go online. For instance, you're going somewhere in an event, someone quickly, maybe you're still talking and they quickly just jump in. You can't really control that, and they posted, I was with Miss Essay. You can't really control how good or how bad that picture looks.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just deal with the bad pictures.
You guys are known to be pretty. Like, because look like, hot. And I was like so irritated at the producer. I'm like, how do you bring 2 hot people on the set and me? Like
3 hot people and you.
Wow, I wasn't. Can we give him a moment?
You, Rory.
No, but I don't love you. Haraba to talk. We'll deal with this during ad break.
I want to know
Let's not deal.
I want to know about your other talents, guys.
Yeah.
We know that you are great people, genuinely inside and out.
Thank you.
What else can you do? I know you can't dance.
Okay,
so that's out of
What
it.
else?
I can cook. I can cook a mean meal. And karaoke. I love karaoke.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So you can sing?
So you can sing?
I can sing.
I also say I'm a good cook.
Yeah.
And I also can sing.
Okay, duet.
I also
Later
love
on.
to box.
You
so
love to
watch out.
box?
I love to box. I'm actually going to be boxing for charity soon on my Lela Day.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm scared of you.
Yeah,
Just putting it out
okay.
there. Okay, ladies. So obviously, like I was saying earlier on, you guys are known to be beautiful. That's what the first thing that people see. High school, was that always the case?
I got teased a lot in high school. I remember, especially with my eyes. They'd call me, I don't remember the ad, zoom, zoom, zoom. Remember that
Yes.
one? Exactly. So they think I zoom into things all the time.
Oh, wow!
That's cool though.
You guys are so mean.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Exactly. So it's not, you know, right now when I think about it, I'm like, actually, you know, it was great because I had big eyes at that time, and now I love my eyes.
Yeah.
They're my best asset right now.
Yeah.
So.
And now you're Miss South Africa.
Exactly. So I'm like, zoom into that.
Zoom into
Like,
that.
zoom into that. And for you?
For me, it was my acne, you know. I had really bad skin. So they'd call me pizza face and like try and trip me on the corridor. And guys, it was so bad that I literally went home one day and put like Savlon all over my face because I was so tortured and scarred. And the next day I woke up and my face was completely like scabbed.
Wow.
And I was, it was torture for
Shame,
me.
though. That is-
Yeah, no, that's a hard one.
But we overcame, and that's
And
the
Mrs. World. I mean,
Absolutely.
get your life.
Absolutely. Now, how much do you remember about the pageant that you entered on that day, and is there anything you would change about it?
Actually, for me, I wouldn't change anything. I went into that competition and I embraced everything because I knew it's either you win or you get away with the experience. And I wanted to have a beautiful experience. So I went into it with a clean heart and I'm like, I'm having the time of my life.
Okay.
So there's nothing I can take back
And it
from
sure
the
did
night.
look like it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I agree. I was the same as her. I went there to actually make friends because I knew whether I take the title or not, I'm going to make friends all around the world.
Yeah.
What word of advice do you have to women in Africa or young girls in Africa?
I think for me, it's just about living your dream, living your passion. For me, it was being Miss South Africa. And, you know, I didn't stop there. I didn't make it to Miss South Africa. I pursued and I entered Mrs. South Africa. I won Mrs. South Africa and then I won Mrs. World. So don't ever give up on your dreams and your passions. Live fearlessly and just conquer, you know, every single day. Just live for that goal. And I promise you, dreams do come true.
Yeah, I think Candice is right. What is important is the focus. As much as you might have this big dream that you have, but you need to focus on it. I remember when I was 4 years old, I had the dream to be Miss South Africa, and I never lost focus on that. It has always been a work in progress throughout my whole life, and this is where I am. So it's a matter of focus on the goal. Never lose sight of where you're going. No matter how hard it gets, or no matter the challenges that you face, stay fast and stay at it, and shoot and go.
And just also I'm big on end goal hate. You know, I've joined forces with Leanne Lamini.
Yes.
And I just want to tell women that it's an era where we need to support each other, whether we support each other in business or just on a daily basis, you know, just ask, how are you? Just be kind, just be nice and
True.
spread the love.
It is necessary to spread the love. Guys, such poise. Obviously, a lot of practice goes into this.
Yes.
In fact, I've got proof of that. Ndando, we've seen you getting schooled a little bit. So we're going to play a clip right now of Ndando actually rehearsing. Hopefully you guys can give Rory some pointers, but because I like to be the scapegoat, hopefully you can give me pointers so I can do it with her.
I did not
and she doesn't
understand
feel
what
awkward.
just happened.
Let's check it out.
And welcome Tamia!
In a crowded room with
see the ladies doing their thing. So, Ntando, it's time for you to show us. Do it.
Tummy in, right foot out.
Cool.
Even
And
the
then-
men.
Yes, even the men for today. Okay. And then
Yes.
that's how you do it.
Okay, cool. You go. Do I go first or do you go first?
I think you should go first. This
Okay, cool.
competition favors you.
All right, one right leg, ne?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Marina
Yes.
What's it going?
I still remember that. That is so much back in the day.
What do you do about that? Do your thing.
Please don't fall.
Now what you gonna do?
Candace, tell the truth. Candace, tell the truth.
Yes.
Candace.
So,
Candace.
dun, 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 dun. And the winner is who runs the world? Sorry.
I still like
Did
you
I
guys.
just win?
I still like you guys. Like, I'm standing with
Candace,
Miss South
come through and
Africa.
join us.
You guys are
Thank
all
you
winners.
so much for having fun with us today, showing us how to look good. We really appreciate you guys coming through. It's been an absolute pleasure having you in the studio.
I mean, what a great way to close off the show. I can't believe we're at the end of the show
I won.
already.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I lost.
won.
But obviously, girls are
I
united to
won.
run the world. Thank you so much for joining us,
Thank
ladies.
you.
Thank you at home for joining us. It's been absolutely fantastic, yeah?
Yep, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, Facebook, and if you're not already following us, do the right thing. Mzansi Insider on all your favorite social platforms. And romela your comments, questions, even topic suggestions. It's time for us to be out. He's
I
just
could stare at
staring.
you guys.
I'm going to let him have this moment. We're out. Thank you so much. Mwah. See you.
If we have the whole day.